Hold on, my Twitch bugging. There you go. Yeah.
No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. The Dome, home to the Orange and Syracuse University. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Jayhawks will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Richardson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Takes the handoff. It's Mitchell. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season, and these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. It's complete. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And this is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I would keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire right now.
Off the play fake. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Mitchell. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. Looking for space. It's Fung. Got some room into the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Syracuse.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. Fielded in the end zone. It's Kelly. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll ride the hot hand. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's a quick throw out to the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Caught over the middle. It's Barnett. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the 1st, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. Forced out of the pocket. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the 1st half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And that looked like that was going to be a big play, running the drag route. The big fella, if he's able to catch that football, man, he's turning up the sideline and getting huge yardage.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. The sweet feet buy a little time. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the 1st down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Finds his big tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking downfield on first down. Skips away from pressure. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Orange.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Guys, we're at the end of the quarter, and Syracuse has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. He'll bring it out. It's Kelly. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Oh, better look out! Let's talk for a second about Kansas. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range, and people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love now, Jesse. How do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how...
He's going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits it right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Throws to the wideout. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They've got the screen set up. There he goes. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Syracuse right back at it. Quick release on the RPO. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Cuse.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got a wide open receiver. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And the Jayhawks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Jayhawks are at the line, looking to convert on 3rd and short. Out of the gun, the inside give. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to do it himself. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Throws to the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Finds the tight end. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation.
Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, More guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Touchdown, Rock Chalk! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Richardson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air on first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Mitchell. At the 35, he's got room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Who needs a 2-minute offense when you're this explosive? This offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. That's caught. It's fumbled. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense gets set for 2nd down.
Timeout, Syracuse.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's Brown. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. On target over the middle. Knocked down at the 22. That's a 1st down, and they can still stop the clock. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Slithers into space. Breaks into the open. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Syracuse. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all 1st half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
28, Kansas, 7.
Coming out with it, it's Kelly. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive with this. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called them.
Sent it downfield. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the third quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time, the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. And he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quickly to the tight end. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up.
He's loose. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Orange.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
He'll bring it out. It's Kelly. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Runs through the tackle.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, And it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Jayhawks will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Jayhawks will line it up on 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run.
Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. And the Jayhawks have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Finds his man. It's Barnett. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the 2nd half moving forward.
Using the quick game. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Using his legs, it's Kelly. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Catch in the middle, it's Carter. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Jayhawks.
That was a great example of a running back toting the rock with conviction. There's not a lot of time to hesitate. If you see a split second, you see a hole, you've got to hit it right now. Nice job by the RB there.
And the point after is good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Quarterback making checks. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 30. He's loose. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. Wants to pass. Extending the play. And some room to work. There he goes.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really shown you he can do all things on the football field.
We've come to the break, and it's Syracuse on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got his man across the middle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
They'll move the tight end. They'll go to the air. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. The 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. You still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
He'll bring it out. It's Richardson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarter.
Oh, he's got some space. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Touchdown, Cuse. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Guys, Mississippi State and Ole Miss are back at it. Here is the very latest in the Egg Bowl from the Magnolia State. Mississippi State delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the SEC. Trust me when I say the party is on in Stark Vegas. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. Now facing 3rd and short from their own 17. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Breaks into the open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
The Jayhawks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw it. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Jayhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Barnett. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from.
It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. start this drive going to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Fung. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass on second down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Syracuse. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Kelly. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football.
Fires one high and deep. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. Might as well try to punch them while they're reeling. You get one huge play to set it up. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 40. Quickly out to the tight end. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
Out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. From the red zone, looking for a space. It's caught. A late game touchdown to put 6 on the board. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Snaps it in the shotgun. He's into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and they shave a couple more off of this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.